coffee with a view at 5:25 a.m. Joe tells me that there are really large icebergs on the other side, so I should probably get a wriggle on and ingest my coffee and then go and check those icebergs out.
Going to do with those?
So the polar plunge is quite an operation. We've got photography and, I don't know, life-saving there. And then down here, we've obviously got the platform from which people are going to run and jump, I suppose. We'll just have to wait and see. Just returned to our room to take my wedding ring and my engagement ring off, because just listening to people screaming as they enter the water, and it just looks really cold. I'm worried that my fingers are going to shrink and all my jewellery will fall off. Not feeling enormously enthusiastic about this, but I just can't find it in me to leave Antarctica without having jumped into the water. So we're up soon. I will take the hat off before I jump. Yep. So you've just dived into the Antarctic Sea. How was that charge?
Oh, it's really warm actually.
You're such a liar.
Did you see the icebergs floating around the hunks of ice?
I felt like a...
Oh, hang on. Hello, my name's Joe.
Nice work.
That was so cold. Thanks for that. Oh, cheers. We're just vlogging my family. Say hi to my mother. Hi.
How you going? That was awesome.
Good luck.
Here's a barbecue on top of the deck. Got a spa pool over there, steam rising. Look at that. Ooh, lots of food. Cooking over there, bar.
I think we were all feeling a bit hysterical, or certainly jubilant, after the polar plunge. So a barbecue surrounded by icebergs and snowy mountains seemed completely appropriate.
Here's one of the Zodiacs getting dropped into the water. It's quite amazing. The team here are really efficient what they do. So this is going to be the afternoon excursions. We're off for a bit of a Zodiac wander. Hopefully tomorrow we'll go for a kayak. We're on the waiting list there. Pretty cool. And just about down. In the water. Cool.
Okay, we've been called for our expedition, and let me show you what happens when it's time to go on an expedition. Joe and I have rugged up with all of our warm clothing and jackets and hats and gloves, and we're heading down to what we call the mud room. And the mud room is, I don't know which floor it's on, but floor 4. And we head on down here. We've got lockers. In our lockers we've got our snow boots, and we've got our flotation devices, you know, our so that if we fall out of the boat we can float to the surface. This is where they store the boats. You can see them there. We come on down. And then what I do is I come down to the mud room, and you'll see on my sleeve I've got a barcode. And when it's time for me to get in the boat, I have to zap my barcode. That's our locker. Those are our devices and mud boots, snow boots. So we're going to put them on. Got to put these boots on, and then we've got to put these on. That's a bit of a brain teaser, getting those on. Yep, just pulling that down and getting the hood out. That's okay. You're ready to go.
You have to sit. How's your plunge this morning?
Another spectacular setting for our boat under the snowy mountains. Temperature's definitely gone down. It was much warmer when we polar plunged. I can smell those penguins. Don't think I can't smell you. Gen 2 penguins. And up here where we're walking, two buildings. One's a British building, one's an Argentine building, and they're being used by scientists and people who winter over or summer over and collect information. I believe in the British one, there's somebody who's there who can answer some questions about some of the old artifacts that have been left behind. The thing that I find a little bit interesting if I zoom around is that a lot of snow at the moment, things are warming up, and as every day goes by, the snow is decreasing. But if I zoom over here, can you see, where is it? There's a big crack in that snow and ice there. And I really wouldn't like to be underneath it when it fell off. That's how icebergs are born, and it would make one hell of a splash. Saturday the 2nd of December. I'm going up to the observation deck because we are entering Deception Island. Deception Island is an interesting place. It is a volcanic crater with a very narrow entrance called the Captain's Bellows. So we're going to go through there in about 15 minutes time. So I've got a good seat, so I'm going to experience it.
In 1820, Edward Bransfield, William Smith, Nathaniel Palmer, all sort of rapscallions and sealers hanging around there, but they didn't have any good safe havens until they all of a sudden saw what you see over here, a gap that leads into an island from distance, deception looks like most
see.
of the other South Shetland Islands, just kind of flat with a lot of glaciers on it. But they realized the island is shaped like a horseshoe, or really more like a circle, which is 99% complete. And it provided a safe haven for them. You can hide from storms, and it's largely ice-free. Not fully, it does freeze over a little bit, but you don't get big icebergs that can...
That's called Neptune's window. We're not going through there. We are in fact going through this gap here. Can you remember what the pass was called? Is it called Neptune's Pass into the Deception Island crater? Whalers Bay. We're up the top of Neptune's something. I'll write it on the screen, but you can see the operation in full force. So the kayakers have left. They're shuttling us boatload by boatload from the vessel. We've walked up here to get the view, and once we've finished up here, we have the opportunity to walk along the flag here over to the whaling station, which is some distance away. This sort of the Norwegian whaling station, where they caught a lot of whales, hacked them up, and boiled them up for blubber. Here we are advancing towards the whaling station, and I think the first structure here is where they used to pull floating piers, where they used to pull the whale up. Look at a little guy hanging out here. Hello, Pinky. And there's Joe doing his best penguin impersonation. But yes, we're bouncing towards the whaling station, and as ever, I have lots of questions to ask.
Then they have their larger building, the Biscoe House, which you will see soon back here.
Yep.
All of these houses are in a state of decay, of course. It's been decided a long time ago by all the treaty members that they will not be restored in any way. It's just left to decay.
And of course people lived here when they were whaling and doing all that stuff, so consequently, and not surprisingly, there needs to be a graveyard here. So here we find a couple of graves. I believe there are up to about 30 people who are buried here.
Drake-proof your cabin, so you might have stuff spread everywhere during the last days. I do have, so you need to go there and just be sure that I store everything in the right place, so nothing is going to be rolling during the night, nothing is going to be flying around everything now. It's not that it's going to be a bad trip, but you know, it can happen. So we are all ready, so we can. So tomorrow we talk about the day after tomorrow, but the hope is that because we left kind of 1 hour earlier from the peninsula, 1 hour and a half earlier, Captain will manage to take us as smooth as possible, because there is a huge system coming from the west. You don't have to worry about that. We will have to worry because it's going to affect the next cruise.
As we crank up the speed and haul across the Drake Passage for about 58 hours to Ushuaia in Argentina, the most remarkable series of enormous, absolutely enormous icebergs are appearing. You can't even imagine where these have broken off from, but they are just sculptural and beautiful, but absolutely enormous.